Hello again. This is, as you can see, a video involving the MPC Space 1999 Commlock and stun gun kit. They're actually full-size, one-to-one scale, sort of copies of the props used in the TV show. I'm doing this build for the stand that I'm on at Telford in November, and we've got a part of the stand. It's quite a big table, but at one end of the table is going to be a lot of Jerry Anderson stuff related. And since I don't do an awful lot of things like sort of Thunderbirds and UFO and things like that, I opted to do this because I quite like sort of prop type things. So this is my sort of contribution to that. So it's not a full build as such because as you can see, I've already started building this, but I thought it'd be useful to maybe just do a quick video, show a few different techniques that I've used in building it, that I've gone away from the basic kit, and then I'll maybe do a second video just showing it off at the end when it's complete. So as you can see, there's instructions for the Commlock, and on the other side it's for the stun gun. And the Commlock itself, it's designed, it actually mentions it, I think, somewhere in the instructions, that it is says this kit was engineered with a removable back to allow access for custom lighting. Now, I had a look at a few old episodes and I've not seen any where the buttons light up. It's purely the screen in the top. And I know if I move the instructions out of the way, you can see this is the back of the box that I cut out. It's got effectively, this is the painting instructions and the decal instructions that you get. They're not actually on the instruction sheet. And it mentions here that the original prop utilized the world's smallest TV screen of the time, a 1.5 inch Panasonic TR001. But it meant that they had to have a cable running out the back, and the actor sort of held it, and you didn't see maybe the cable ran up their sleeve or something, but you didn't actually see the cable in the back. But as I say, the buttons, as far as I'm aware, were just prop buttons. You never anything else light up on it. So what I've done, because I wanted to display this on a base, because I'm conscious that because it's going to be at a show, I don't want people just picking it up and handling it, and obviously I also don't want somebody just wandering off with it either. So I've decided to mount it on a base. So what I've actually done is I've cut it apart. A lot of the parts are sort of fixed together. Which way around are we? That way. So this comes as like one large part, and then a couple of removable pieces. But in order to get rid of the seams on the back, I actually cut this part off and I fill the seams on this part. And although none of the buttons are actually installed yet, you can actually just reach in with your finger and push them in from the back as far down as there. So I'll be able to get in, and I've painted all the buttons individually. I'll be able to sort of push them in from behind. So it's really the best way to get a really good finish. It'd be a nightmare to mask this if you built it and then tried to paint it. So it's better to do it in parts like this. So by doing that, I've been able to get rid of the seam in the back here, and I've got rid of most of the seam in this, although when I put the top color on, it started to show again. I'm not too worried about it. It's very, very hard to see. So I'm not going to go back and strip it back now and repaint it, because it is only just for this sort of show build, if you like. It's not going to any competitions or anything. So but what I wanted to do, I wanted to light the screen at the front. Now the screen itself consists of a clear part, and there's the sort of lens hood, if you like, this black part here, and this fits, this needs trimming yet, but this fits in the back of here, and then the whole thing fits onto the top of here. Let's see if I can improve the light a little bit there. I'm trying not to, because a lot of these parts are shiny, I don't want the light washing them out. But maybe you can see in here that what I've done, I've put a piece of white styrene inside, set back, and there's a ring of, you can just about see them in there, of LED tape running round the inside, sort of firing sideways into here, and it will reflect off this and just give enough of a glow to make the screen look like it's lit. And then obviously the wires are coming out the back, and I'll show you what I'm going to do those in a minute. So there's the screen, and you do actually, let me just lift this out of the way, you do actually get a decal to go on the back of the screen, and if you look at that, it's actually in reverse. I can get that to focus. Hang on, let's bring that up on that. That might be better. There you go. So you can see the writing there, and it's in reverse. So that goes on, you apply that to the back of the screen, and obviously when the light shines through, it's the right way round. So it's kind of like a backlit decal. And the rest of the decals, I'm pretty much ready to start putting those on now. You know, you get this nice Commander Koenig one that goes on the side. They're really, really well printed. You also got a another one for can't remember her name now, Helena Russell, Barbara Bain. So there's that one as well. That's a spare. You do get some spare screens as well. So I suppose if you were doing Dr. Russell's Commlock, you'd have him on the screen, although he's not really, they're obviously stills from the TV show. He's not actually looking directly into the screen, which, so I'm not going to be using these. There's also this one which I seem to think it was some kind of screensaver or something on the screen originally. So that's those. And the rest of the decals, you know, you've got you can't quite see them here because they're white, but these are the numbers for the keypad, and there's like a little what looks like a radio tuner there. So all of those have got to be added to the body. Now in terms of the color, it's a very strange color, this. Now it doesn't give you any color indications anywhere in the kit. You just presumably match them to what you think is the color on these color photos. And this color's like a weird kind of grayish beige color. And I looked through all the colors that I had, and I couldn't find anything that remotely looked like it. And I didn't want to go to the hassle of having to sort of mix colors up. I did get a kind of slightly tannish color in a spray can, which I sprayed it with, but it was much too light. So I've now gone over that with just a Ford Polar Grey. Now it is more grey than this, but I think overall, when you actually see it in the show and they're holding it and it's on their belts and that, this will do, to be honest. I'm not that much of a purist that I think that it needs that absolute exact colour, so I'm happy with it as it is. All the buttons themselves, see there's the let's turn that round so we've got a neutral background. There's the buttons for the keypad, you know, the numeric keypad, and that's in a sort of satin black. So I've sprayed everything up separately, and then I'm going to decal these and then gradually assemble it. There's another one there which is like a long red button, and they just push in from the back, so a little bit of super glue on the back will be fine. There's also some metallic parts. That's the belt clip, which on the kit is designed to snap in, but I've cut the snap in part off. I'm going to glue that in. Now some of these parts are supplied as chrome parts in the kit, but this just looked too shiny and it had a bit of a seam on it, so I've sanded that off, and I've done it this kind of anodized aluminium color. The actual color itself is this spray can, this high coat Commlock, which isn't obviously chrome. It's not like a mirror finish, but it does give a really nice sort of polished metal look to it. So you know, that's what I've used for that. I am using some of the chrome parts. There's this, I don't know whether this is supposed to be some kind of like little speaker or microphone. You can see it's got lines on the front of it, like a sort of radio dial. That's fine as it is, so that's been left chrome. This part at the bottom, which fits on the bottom of here, like a little cap on the bottom there. Again, I don't know whether this is supposed to be a speaker or just the thing that sends the infrared to open the doors, but that's a chrome part. I've just had to paint the back edge of it in with that that Commlock paint. The rest of it is as it comes, so I'll be using that as is. And you can see there's various other buttons and things that have been painted, so these are going to look fine when they're done. I'm just trying to adjust the lighting here because it does look a bit dim. That's better. As for the stun gun, I've not actually painted this yet. I've just been seaming this. Now originally I was thinking of putting lights in this and having LEDs that went from red to green, but because it's going on a stand, I really thought it was a bit of a waste of time, really. So I've just gone with this plain build, and there are some pieces that are sort of chrome plated that fit in the end here. Let me just move that and see if I can do something with this lighting. That's a bit better, isn't it? So there's these pieces here that push into there. I'm not going to push it in just yet. They're the kind of where the laser beam ejects from. There's some chrome parts that go in the top into this part here, and again you can see the finish on those, that sort of anodized aluminium color. And then somewhere there's a decal, there it is. Now I've gone for the season 1 style. There's another one from season 2. So this has kill, stun, and a sort of sliding control on that. So that looks okay. And yeah, overall it's a nice kit. So the other main thing that I'm doing here is I'm gonna mount this. There's the base part. I'm going to mount this on a brass rod. This brass rod inserts, I can get it in, there you go. This brass rod inserts into the bottom there. Now this is going to carry the power into the base, and on the base it'll be sort of stood at an angle, sort of that way, with the screen facing the viewer here, so that you'll be able to see the screen lit up. So essentially it'll be kind of like that on the base. So not far off from actually getting that completed now. One other thing I did is this part here, which is the original kit part. You can see it's got those very faint lines on it, but there's quite bad sink marks in it, and this is supposed to represent the microphone on the top of the Commlock, and there wasn't much you can do with this, so I rebuilt it using, let's see if that'll pick up, you can see the marks there. I rebuilt it using this photo etched sheet, which is like a pierced sheet that I got from Green Stuff World online, and they do all different types of pierced sheeting for all kinds of things, you know. I mean, that could be like a grating on a base, you know, on a ship or something, but for this it was the exact size holes that I needed. So I've used that, and I've done the brass and then just sprayed it that silver colour, and that will be mounting somewhere like that on this part. I'll probably have to epoxy it on, and it does look a lot better than the kit part. So that's about it really. So as I say, it's just a quick video just to show this off, and then I'll get finishing it off now. I'll put the decals on, assemble it, spray paint the stun gun, and then mount it on the stand, and then I'll do another quick video just to see what it looks like on the stand, and that's it. So thanks for watching.